This podcast is brought to you by Tequila. Get yours today. All right, now with the podcast.
Honey. Would you want
Oh, God.
No, Kanye.
Hey, guys, welcome to the podcast, Carpool Lane. This is episode 105. Woo, 105. All right, I'm Alex.
I'm Maria.
And I'm Jessica.
And what's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Whether in the car, out the car, wherever you are, thank you. Today we're gonna be talking about a lot of TV shows we're gonna catch up on. A lot of binge watching. We love our reality TV. We love our sci-fi stuff too. So we're gonna take a deep dive into that. What to watch, whether like you're in an airplane or just need to kill time. Driving to work. That reminds me. Special shout out to Mona. She's in Thailand for her birthday.
Whoa.
Currently right now, yeah. So happy birthday, Mona.
Amazing.
In
Happy
Thailand
birthday,
right
Mona.
now.
Happy
So when you're
incredible.
when you're in the airplane for was it like 12 hours probably? I don't know, maybe.
Who cares?
Maybe shorter. I don't know.
More.
But you can definitely listen to us. So shout out to Mona. Happy birthday. Hope you're having an amazing time
Where
out
should
there.
go to Thailand?
Birthday.
I don't know. Anyways, I mean, Jessica, you got a lot of shows you wrote off. One of the shows we actually did watch last night,
Which one?
Intergalactic.
You guys watch it?
Yeah,
we
did. So as soon as you mentioned it, I completely... Okay, we'll go into that. But Intergalactic, I remember seeing the trailer a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this looks cool, because I love animation. Totally different style. And then it just passed by me, things came up, and then you reminded me last night, and we just literally had nothing else to watch. Not last night, the night before. We literally had nothing to watch, and so we're like, okay, let's watch it, and...
Was it last night?
It was last night we watched Halloween.
So long ago.
Oh, yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, you want to take this one away?
Yeah. So it's kind of like anime style, kind of. So it says it's a series, but it was like an hour and a half long, and it really seemed like a movie because they had
It was a movie.
a beginning, a middle, and an end. Yeah.
Chapters, that's right.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. It's created by Kenya Barris. Is that
Kid
it?
Cudi.
No, and Kid Cudi.
Oh, and Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Kenya is one of the producers, or not the creator of Blackish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's very well known for the stuff that he does. Also Black AF. That's also on Netflix. Have you guys seen that one?
No.
That one's funny. A lot of people hate on it, but that one's a really just lighthearted. No, it's and that one's with Rashida Jones. She's in it too.
Oh, nice.
It's
I think we did watch it a couple episodes, but I think we just never caught on.
The family one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we did watch a few episodes, that's right.
That was funny. So yeah, it's with Kid Cudi. The lineup is really funny. It also has what's his name? T.Y. Dollar Sign.
Yeah,
Mm.
tied on up.
Yeah.
I know Vanessa
Is it
Hudgens is in there.
Oh yeah, she's one of the
She's
one of the
them.
friends.
Yeah.
And the clothing was actually created by what's the guy Off-White? God, I forgot his name.
Oh. Damn.
Holding.
So.
He just passed.
Yeah.
What's his name?
So anyways, I mean, what made this interesting was I saw the movie and I was like, oh shit, I had to watch it, and then we watched it and it was great. It was a great love story.
Virgil, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the he was a creative director for Louis Vuitton.
Really?
So they kind of came up with this whole. They wanted him to kind of also create the clothing in this movie. So if you wait all the way till the end, did you see how it said Off-White? So did you guys get all the way to the end?
Like the end of the credits?
Yeah. Just like at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
There's a big billboard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's him. That's Virgil.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it meant. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like
Did not know that. There was a big billboard at the very end.
and a dude on it, and
Yeah.
it kind of says Off-White on it.
Yeah.
So that was him. It was kind of like a remembrance for him. But it was a good one.
Yeah, it got a little good ratings I heard about, and then I was like, oh shit, I still haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, I was the day after I was watching, I saw Kid Cudi on episode of Jimmy Fallon, and he was describing what this was, He said every single time he releases his album, he does a music video, it's just the normal routine. He wanted to do something different. So I didn't realize the entire song soundtrack was his album.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to make one giant story out of it. And of course he made a love story. And I was like, oh shit. So that already okay. I mean, I'm not a huge Kid Cudi fan. Like I've heard his music, but this album for sure. It was just definitely it got me. It got my attention. I was like, holy shit. Especially for an artist to come out and make a really cool music video. Well, basically this is one giant awesome music video.
It's
album music video.
Yeah.
Album video. Yeah.
Visual album.
Yeah, visual album video.
Yeah, it's definitely it was. So it's a love story. It's a new dude. So it's a new dude that is at, I don't know, he moves to New York or something like that.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it. Damn. So yeah, so this new
guy.
guy.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a new guy, new life and stuff like that, and it's about him kind of navigating being with a new girl while at the same time kind of having the ex-girl in the picture.
Damn.
But it's not. Besides the little parts where you're like, that person should have died from that skateboarding trick or something like that. It's.
Oh my God.
You remember that part?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, everything was really believable until you got to that end. So it's just interesting to watch. It's a good movie.
No, yeah, it's a really great love story movie.
It just happens to be in
it's very
style.
animated, but it's realistic in a way. And the reason why it also caught my eye when I saw the trailer, because it looked like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
The style was completely unique. Like, look at the picture in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The way they moved, the way the characters were drawn and painted was exactly like that. I'm pretty sure there's a creative director that was from that movie that jumped onto here because it's exactly the same style.
Yeah,
The frame rate was like, it almost looks like what Spider-Man could have just shown up in the background because it's technically New York, because that's how similar the style looks. And the music, like the soundtrack of this and that, was completely very parallel to one another. The only difference is, Spider-Man doesn't have any sex or drugs on there. That was the only thing I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, but it's definitely an R-rated type of love story, but it's very good. It's I definitely dug it, and so
people I mean, I would say I'm surprised, but then I'm not, of how people in our generation really love anime, and so I think this type of
well, I wouldn't consider this an anime actually, but
kind of the same vibe.
It's just animation.
Well, it definitely had some cutscenes where it did go anime, a little bit. So that was pretty cool. I definitely love it when people do something other than the Disney style of animation, because Disney style is very clean. Like if you look at Moana and Encanto, it's very clean, it's beautiful, but it's just it's very similar to one another.
So this is Kid Cudi, Jessica Williams, Timothy Chalamet or something like that. Yeah, Laura Harrier, T.Y. Dolla $ign, 070 Shake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jaden Smith, Vanessa Hudgens, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, he's in it. He's Downtown Pat. Christopher Abbott, Arturo Castro, and Teyana Taylor. Really? Arturo Castro, this dude.
Who is he? He's so funny.
He's this guy, Guatemalan guy, and he comes out in
Broad City.
He
also
has
his own. Literally the only place I know him from.
He's from Broad City.
He also has his own little
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a lot. Yeah, he's a really funny guy.
Comedy Central.
So it's a lot of young people. It's the whole show. It's I keep calling it show movie.
I would just call it a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely very unique. Where the music just blends really well with the mood.
I would say give it 10 minutes and you'll be hooked.
Mm-hmm.
No more than if in 10 minutes you don't find it interesting, you can turn it off because you're not.
Oh yeah. And we got JJ in the background too, if you guys haven't heard.
He's pooping.
Okay. The next topic. You had a couple of what was Bling Empire, Kardashians.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Where do we begin?
I didn't watch all of Kardashians yet, so.
So I have never sat down to watch the Kardashian show, Living with the Kardashians. Is that the one?
Just
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I've never watched, we didn't have cable and stuff like that, so I really couldn't watch it unless it was YouTube or something like
I'm
that.
watching it now, I can't.
So I've actually only started watching them in this show, the one that they have on Hulu. I guess it's season 2. The first season. Excuse me, I'm talking.
Singing Soulja Boy in the back.
The first season was okay. The second season, it's too much. Oh, you know how like what's her name, Kendall, gets made fun of for not cutting a cucumber right?
No, really? Oh, I
You
didn't
haven't
see. I didn't see that part. No, but go ahead.
So there's that. But in this episode, in this season, it's like not very believable. Like they're having conversations where, I guess maybe earlier this year or last year there was this whole thing about Kim being interviewed, and they asked, like what kind of advice can you give women, and she goes, get off your ass and work.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that? Yeah. Oh. And so she did use, I guess, her.
It's the way she said it.
Her platform, yeah. I guess she did use her this show to kind of say, I'm sorry. So she apologized, but at the same time, at some point they were all randomly having a conversation with her sisters, and she's like, my mom had to work. She didn't actually start working until she was like 50. That's when she got her license. Blah blah blah. And it's like, why are you telling? No, but
she didn't start getting rich.
Oh, okay. But it's like you. It's like, are you talking to someone who doesn't know your story? Or are you talking to your sisters? Because I'm not going to sit here and talk to my sisters in that manner. So obviously it's very, very set up for the show so that she can, kind of like give her side of the story. Kendall is boring. There, I said it.
No, okay. The thing is, you're not the only one that says that. There are a lot of people that say, like, she's boring. She has a very pick-me type of personality where she's like, I'm different. I'm not like the other models.
I'm a nerd.
Exactly. And it's like,
you're a nerd.
Oh, like, okay, we get it. Like, oh, you're not like the rest of your sisters. You didn't do all these things and blah, 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 blah. And you earned your title as a great model.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. The model part, cool. I can give you that.
You were still born into money.
And
she had a lot of help, and she does not want to admit that. She says, okay, yeah, you worked hard, whatever, but your last name, your sister's name got you to where you are. If it wasn't for them, you would not be where you are.
It gave you the platform, period. So you build your way up, which is good.
You're all just like every other, what do they call it?
They all have personality. I mean, somehow, some way, they all kind of have personalities. But with Kendall, it's like, she's just kind of there. I don't know if she's like maybe she is kind of afraid to maybe stand out because she is a model, and if there are repercussions if she says something or acts a certain way. So I get it, but there's no personality. So right now she's like, I'm gonna start investing in real estate, and it's like, okay, boring. Next subject. Chloe seems very. This is when she's going through the whole Tristan thing.
Oh.
He just cheated, so she's still trying to. The whole season started with her being told that he had another baby and stuff like that. So she's like, it's supposed to be a happy time.
But that's proven point that money can't buy happiness.
And so she ended up. I don't know. Throughout the whole season so far, she just seems like she doesn't want to be there. Then don't be in it. You don't have to. You got money. You got other businesses. I also started hearing their podcast, or Kim Kardashian's podcast.
Yeah. I was confused when you said that. I'm like, I had no idea they were having a podcast.
So she just started, I don't know if it's hers or what, but they're basically utilizing her as like the picture of it. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's called The System.
It's called The System?
Yeah, it says Kim Kardashian's The System, the case of Kevin Keith. So I don't know if this is
it's about her like trial cases.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is a new trial that this guy, Kevin Keith, was arrested and charged with the murder of either 3 or 4 people. I think it was like 2 adults and 2 children or something like that. And or 1 adult and I think it was 4 people in total. So there's a lot of evidence kind of pointing towards this guy not even being in the same the same place of where everything happened, but none of this was really ever taken to court, so it makes it seem like he actually did it. So there's a lot of evidence that looks like the stick from Nickelodeon. JJ.
Oh, JJ.
Sorry. So it looks. So there's her kind of narrating the whole story. There's another person that's kind of narrating what's happening, like a guy who's always there's a lot of good music in it, kind of like suspenseful music as they're telling different stories.
Damn, they got a full production.
So it's entertaining. So I have been watching it like at the end of when I drive home because it is more quiet, her
You're
voice.
saying it's better than our podcast?
No. So I've been listening to it. It's only 4 episodes in. So I'm either listening to that or I am listening to
Podcast. The Carpool.
the girls next level.
The girls next level.
Oh, I've been listening to a podcast, so let me just quickly mention it.
Oh, it's
Nobody
called
listens to
Girls.
our podcast.
It's called Girls Next Level.
I'm in it.
It's these 2 ladies. You tell me if you know who they are. Bridget Marquardt, and Holly Madison.
Holly Madison.
Holly Madison sounds familiar.
So there's 2 girls from Playboy. They were Hef's girlfriends.
Oh.
Holly
You're girls.
Was she on that TV show with the?
The girl next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls next door.
Yeah.
They're from the girls next
Or
door.
not the girl next door, but like.
It was like a reality show.
With
Yeah,
her
yeah.
husband, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
No, yeah, they had a TV show. They were on.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure it was called The Girl Next Door, and like a bunch of other the bunnies.
Yeah.
Or not even the bunnies, because I don't even think they were bunnies.
So the girls
Just
next door
Hugh's,
is
girlfriends.
Hugh Hefner,
Mm-hmm.
Holly, Bridget, and what's the other girl? I don't know.
Mm. You go from Kardashians to.
No. Well, I'm either listening to that podcast or I'm listening to their podcast. Their podcast is just about every episode. They're rewatching the episodes from The Girl Next Door, and then they talk about it. I'm sorry, and I think they're just like on episode 2. They just did episode 2. The beginning was just kind of like a preview and asking a lot of the questions that they had, but man, they're like, my stomach is turning watching some of these episodes. They weren't even paid for those seasons, stuff like that. But anyways,
Damn.
yeah. So the Kardashian podcast might not be for everybody. But
So it's just Kim Kardashian talking about her cases that she's been working
yeah,
on.
yeah. It's more like they're just giving you the evidence, and obviously they're trying to make him seem like he's not guilty, or there's a lot of evidence kind of saying that he didn't do it. If this evidence is true, which I mean, I don't see why not. I'm only hearing one side of it, but if it's true, like, yeah, it doesn't really sound like the guy did all that. At the beginning, he kind of was lying a little bit because I guess it might make him. His girl was gonna find out that he was still with some other woman and shit like that. But they had given him the death penalty, and he was going to be executed. And I don't know if it was like 9 or 13 days before that happened. They managed to overturn that. So obviously he's been in jail this whole time. But yeah, it's interesting to hear. I don't know if he's gonna be let out or what, or if he already did. I'm just like, that's dumbass. But
Jeez.
We're equally as a mess.
I think you have
We
one.
don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. I think you have one more reality show you were gonna talk about.
Bling Empire.
Oh.
Just the beginning of it, right? Because I've only watched like 2 episodes, and they're kind of suck so far.
Explain to people who don't know what it is. What Bling Empire is.
So after the movie
Crazy
Rich Asians, it really sparked a lot of interest amongst people, and so they I don't know who the producers are, but someone decided to create like a reality show of like an Asian crew. And so they live in LA. A lot of these people, they live in LA. It's a lot of really rich people. Yeah, their lifestyles and stuff like that. Very over the top. It's interesting. Rich people doing rich people shit. And they're Asian and they love it.
I love watching that shit too.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't know if this is the 3rd episode, but the first episode, season. The first season, loved it.
Yeah, first season was good.
Yeah, second season, all right, cool. I stuck with it. This 3rd season, I think they're trying a little too hard to make things happen. Like some of the things that
Forced dramas.
very forced. Like Anna Broad, that kid.
Yes.
Anna Broad.
I forgot her name.
Yeah. So the Anna
I remember that.
brought one of the exes. One of the exes of one of the girls. This dude used to be one of the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
In the original movie.
He?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So that's why they want to kind of keep him in the mix. But that was so out of left field when that guy showed up. he was like a nobody. Like in
I'm
the
just a
first
dumbass.
in
I'm
the
gonna
first
say it.
movie, I mean, in the first season, he was
Yeah.
like just kind of like in the corner, just like talking and like always really mad. That's the type of persona that they gave him. But in this season, he's all happy. He found God, or well, not God, but like just his
A new
all
lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah. There's that. Some new dramas. Yeah, if I got nothing else to do, I'll probably put it in the background. But like, okay, I put it in the background yesterday when I was getting ready, and it was a lot of arguing. There's a lot of arguing, and I kind of don't want that in the morning. But yeah, it's interesting. Again, a lot of people hating on it, but I mean, people hate on everything nowadays. That's that.
Put a filter on it. It's on there. I mean, yeah, like I did get into it. I think with the first season, but then after a while, it's just like I think the second season. I think what's the older woman's name? Anna.
Anna.
After a while, I just couldn't hear what they were talking about anymore, and I just kept looking at their faces. I was like, their faces are melting off with all that plastic surgery.
I love it. I love watching it.
I like, wow,
love
you guys
watching
are so
the
rich,
fashion.
and you guys look like shit. Like, and it got to a point where I was Googling what they used to look like. I was like, what? Especially I forgot the young guy's name.
I need to. I'm so sorry.
The young guy with the plastic surgery with the cheekbones and everything.
No, that's not him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, forget its name.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, like these young people like doing plastic surgery. I'm like, what the?
No,
fuck,
not
man?
Kevin. Kane. I'm sorry, Kane.
Well, Kane is all, I don't
He
know.
was amazing before, but that's just all him,
Like,
I don't know, but Kane is technically part of the open something group. Selling Sunset. Sunset. That
So he
show-
sells.
he
real
sells
estate?
real
That's
estate.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So hopefully he comes out in that
I hope
in
so.
the,
He is
season.
so he belongs in that name,
Yeah.
Selling Sunset. Oh, that's one show that I've been watching that I really want to finish.
He lives a drama. Selling Sunset?
Yeah.
You were like, yeah. You know how many times I asked, have you guys seen Selling Sunset? Have you guys? And you're like, what?
yeah, I'm not into
I
it.
did. I only watched it because you recommended it, so I
Yeah.
started watching. I'm like, oh, I'm really into it. To be honest, I'm into their drama. I'm into this one, into their season right now. No, not right now. How many are there?
There's maybe 2 or 3.
Oh God, maybe I just started. I'm still on the first. Or maybe there was 10. Anyway, but that season or that show catches my interest a little bit more. The Bling Empire right now, but.
I like also the what people wear, their clothing in that one too. Okay, so Kim K.
Wait, are you on Christine's sides? Oh my God, I can't talk. Christine's side or Anna's side?
What do you mean? Anne?
Between their whole like rivalry. I feel like Team Anna or Team Christine.
Oh shit, there's a team now.
Christine.
Yeah, me too.
Ain't that crazy? Because you
I
would totally
think-
have been on Anna's on the first season.
Yes, I was. I was on hers like this whole time, but after she pulled that whole like drama with
The guy,
and
yeah,
Christine's not Christine's ex, but
That girl's ex.
Kelly's ex. That was a low blow. She didn't even warn her that he was gonna come.
So this guy, the way they made him seem in the prior seasons, were this really like off the wire type of, is that a thing? Off the wire or like haywire? I don't know. Like just would start screaming at her.
Oh, I do remember
you know?
that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just very
Towards Kelly, yeah.
like anger issues, whatever the fuck it is that you're dealing with, deal with it, but don't be so fucking rude towards somebody else like that. And Anna was always very quiet, very, like, live your life.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a lot of money. They'll close down stores, shit like that. But yeah, this new one, Christina's like swearing by her life and her children's life and her husband's life that Anna said this shit. So I believe it.
Oh damn.
What is it? I love Mimi. I want to be her. She's
Mimi?
the most glamorous.
Oh yeah, she's the most richest, I think.
Oh my God, all the shit that she has.
Which one's
is
Mimi?
incredible. Mimi, this one right here.
Oh, when did she come out? She just came out in the second one.
The
Huh?
last second one.
I
yeah.
didn't see the second
Her
one.
butterfly party was incredible. That was so beautiful.
Okay, one of y'all needs to give me your Netflix.
Why don't I know about these things? though? The closest I ever got to something like this, I was walking
What was that?
about my job the other day, and I saw this lady with so much fucking Botox and shit on her face, and I
Oh,
was
no.
like, oh my God, I love her.
Oh my God, we have money.
Are you
No.
rich? What show are you on?
One of the kids from work, low key, their mom is like that. And every time I see her, I'm like, I want your life. I want to be you.
So as I was saying, like, I don't know how to react when I see these people in real life because I've always seen them on TV with the plastic surgery, all that stuff done, and it's just like if I saw them in real life.
You don't know how to act with who? What do you mean?
No, if I saw someone like walk down the street with plastic surgery, like a fucked up
Heavy?
face,
Heavy?
like super heavy.
You shouldn't or wouldn't do anything because.
No, I think you just be like, oh shit.
Yeah, it would be like that. It would be like, oh shit.
So that lady who I saw, it was her, but she had a man with her. I could not see her man because her man was had his back towards me, but he was wearing the most dope Christian Dior jacket with that like old school like DD. That's I think what's her name, Kylie brought like a comeback or something. Made a comeback of it, but I was like, okay, I know that's Dior that guy's wearing right now. And it was a full-on jacket, and I'm like, oh yeah, these mofos have money. And they were in this like loud, fancy-ass car, and I was just like staring at them. It's just so interesting to me. It's interesting when I see people with any type of, or they tell me that they've had some type of plastic surgery, because I'm like, props to you, because I can't see myself going through the recovery process.
Mm-hmm.
The recovery process is what's hard. I mean, I'll go for it. If you don't like something, change it. Like their boobs or... Yeah. This girl, actually, this woman who... we were having, drinks with a friend of a friend. And she's like, yeah, I've had my boobs done and my ass. And she stood up and she's like showing me. And I was like, you're so fucking pretty. I'm like,
Why would you
I'm like, your boobs... No. In my mind, I'm like, the boobs look great. The ass looks perfect on you. She was like showing me her stomach and I was like, yo, she's hella happy. She's like flaunting it. I'm like, go on. I loved her shoes. I loved her pants. I loved her glasses. I loved her purse. Everything was working for her. And she's like 47 or some shit like that.
Oh shit.
And when I saw that, I was, she has like a 30-year-old and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm 34.
Oh, damn.
But she looked fucking amazing. So, I don't know. I have wanted to see one of the Kardashians just to kind of see their ass.
Their ass.
And see them. We saw this girl today at Target, and we were walking, and then like as the girl turned, I was like, I looked at my dad and I was like, did you see that girl's ass? And she's like, I did.
No. I saw her butt. Like the body was gone. I just saw like the little bump, and I'm like, oh. Yeah.
She had a really nice butt, and I'm just like. And even Maria said it. She's like, I don't think that's a fake butt. I think that's her butt.
Because she also had hips, and when she was wearing jeans, but you can still see something more.
I think she must get her pants tailored.
You're like, can I slap it?
No. There's a lot of places. She probably gets like Fashion Nova because she usually people now they like to get jeans that are a little more stretchy so that it fits their bodies a little more.
But I was like, damn. I was like,
that's always
wow.
me.
Those
are the only ones I can wear.
Well, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, like little plastic surgeries like that. I mean, like if you need a boob job or want to get your butt done, like I don't know, that's totally fine. It's when it's like they overdo it, like they have some sort of like thing where it's like they need to go bigger, like even bigger, to the point where they literally got stung by a couple of bees or something.
I don't have an issue with that.
And
I love it actually.
I mean, as long as they're happy, but at a certain point, you.
Why does that offend you?
It's like, why would you waste? No, it's more like, why would you waste all that money to make yourself look like bloated?
Well,
maybe they like it. What would you do with that money?
Well, there you go.
Invest on it and something else.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that would rather invest. Some people want to enhance certain parts of their bodies, which is completely fine. I like to spend my money on complete bullshit where other people would criticize and be like, Maria, why don't you save for a car? Because I want stupid shit.
Your mom?
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. I like to buy JG $5 t-shirts. I like to buy myself nail things.
I know, right?
That's what gives me joy. And that's what gives them joy. To get Botox. If they got the money and they have the want for it, then fuck it, go for it. It's not the worst thing. Honestly, like, I've seen... I don't think it's ugly. Like, I mean, I wouldn't do it on myself because I don't want it, but kind of a slay. They look super slay. Super cunty. Can I say that?
You can say that. You know what? Since you're here, let's talk about the finale. Did you see the finale of She-Hulk? Please tell me you saw it. Please tell me you saw it. We're about to get into She-Hulk spoilers, guys. So you haven't seen it?
It is the best show on this entire world, and you can't tell me otherwise. If you're a hater, She-Hulk. You know what? I love She-Hulk so much because they knew that there was gonna be bitch ass motherfuckers hating on her, and you know what? They literally made a whole episode literally bagging on all of them.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I loved it. It's like they
hilarious.
knew. They told the future. Kevin knew what the hell was up. Kevin knew what was up.
It was the best show. I'm like, it was the first time.
It was the best.
It was the first time I saw on TikTok a guy a guy explained it right, where it's like it's not a show about a superhero. It's about a show like about a girl just going
Getting
through her
powers.
daily life and
Yeah.
stuff like that. She's yeah. So it's like I mean, because for me it was just like she's a Hulk. Why is she not pounding the ground, destroying buildings, or saving the world type of shit. But then I realized like, oh wait, that's not really her character. Yeah, she can do that, and we did see it in a couple episodes. But it's like that's not really her character. And even I didn't know if you didn't know who She-Hulk really was, but it's like she breaks the fourth wall, and I didn't know that.
Oh,
but
in the comics she does?
apparently in comics she does.
Oh my god!
I've always been a Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman fan, Superman fan.
Yeah.
I've never really read the She-Hulk comic, so I don't know that.
No,
and apparently it's been like that for a while.
She-Hulk is my new favorite superhero. You can't tell me nothing. I will ride or die for that. I love her. I wish I was her. I wish she was president. I wish she was God. I think she is God. I don't know. No, do not be hating.
Oh my god!
Not supposed to have false gods.
Shut up, Jessica. I'm not gonna get into that right now.
No, but that last episode, she hit
So good.
the point on. I mean, like when things started getting hectic and the Hulk shows up, Abomination gets big. I was like, and then the guy gets powers. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, this is a lot of shit. How all happened?
It was getting too messy.
Yeah, it was.
But the thing is, that was
That was the whole point.
Literally the point. That was the whole point of like just having all this chaos, which I would say I love Marvel. Like I'm into that shit, but it does get very chaotic.
Have a formula,
and a lot of fans know and say that too. And I'm so happy they like brought it into like just the show, into this conversation. It was awesome. I loved it so much, and I cannot wait for the second one. Second season.
Everything she said when she talked, basically, guys. You didn't see the end of the episode, but I'm gonna spoil it anyways. She-Hulk jumps out of the show, like literally, and goes to Marvel Studios / Disney.
No, wait. Where does she pop out? She goes.
She
into
pops
the
out
Disney
of the app.
Plus.
You know, if you open Disney
Yes.
Plus, you see all the apps, you see all these shows. She pops out of one of those little boxes and then jumps into
Out of her
another
show.
box.
And then-
Out of her show, and jumps into another show, which is Marvel Assembled,
yeah.
and shows up at Disney Marvel Studios and goes to the Disney writers and say, what the fuck? Well, not really this, but like basically, what the fuck is this writing? This show right now is a mess. There's a bunch of bad guys and good guys all messing around. Like
So
this
random.
is not the show that I want. I wanted a lawyer comedy show,
Yeah.
and so they basically say, "Oh, you need to talk to Kevin," and it's like, "Oh, like she's like, I'm gonna go talk to him." Like, "No, you can't." Kevin. Well, it basically is a talk on Kevin Feige. He's actually the guy who's been the lead of doing these Marvel movies for years now.
Oh, okay.
And so, but they made him look like he was basically a god. And she shows up, she finally sees Kevin, and it's a robot. It's a robot that does all these algorithms, an AI that basically is like, this is how I make good Marvel movies. And she's like, well, I'm not trying to make a good Marvel movie. I'm trying to make a good show, like my life show. And so she's like telling all these things, and then at one point she's like, when are we gonna get the X-Men? And the robot's like, I don't know. And she just like looks at the camera, and she looks at the camera, and goes like, when are we gonna get the X-Men? And like, I don't know if you saw, like, I don't think you saw the episode where she basically slept with Daredevil. She got hers, and she's like, when am I gonna get Daredevil again? Like, a girl has her needs.
Like,
I was laughing so fucking hard.
I love it.
And then towards the end, she's walking away from the camera. It's like, oh, I'm a She-Hulk. Like my cousin's a Hulk. He smashes buildings. I smash bad endings, and I also sometimes smash Matt Murdock. Oh, dude, I was like, we had to rewind and go like, did she just say that? I was dying. I was like, yeah. I was like, it was a perfect ending for the show. I just wish more of the other episodes were kind of like this, but like this was a great finale. This is a great finale.
No, I think I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved all through it. No bad episode. I think I like the escalation of it. Escalation, yeah.
The wedding one was my least favorite.
Yeah, I think it would be like the least one, but like I mean, it had to set up something, but like, yeah.
I thought it was.
But yeah, like if you're not interested into another Marvel TV show with superheroes and everything, this is not really it. This is more of a lawyer comedy show, which happens to have some superheroes involved, and so it is really good. I really enjoyed it.
A really cool person.
If you're awesome, if you're legendary, if you're not a loser, you're gonna like
if you're not a loser,
I didn't watch it.
then you're a loser.
And so basically, it's like the show's so well self-aware because online there's nothing but guys talking about the show sucks, and like,
you're a guy.
especially when the Nicki Minaj episode, like why is she
Megan
twerking?
Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, sorry,
Nicki
Not-
Minaj.
my bad.
Nicki Minaj.
You know what? That's funny how they say Nicki
Cancel.
Minaj.
You know what?
Cancel.
They're actually arguing right now. Nicki Minaj called Megan Thee Stallion Bigfoot.
Oh, okay, get into that in a minute.
Wow.
But anyways,
Not
yeah,
Bigfoot,
watch She-Hulk
but like-
again.
It's just something talking about how big her butt is or some shit like that.
So what did Megan Thee Stallion say?
One more.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's going through it, y'all. Leave my girl Megan alone.
She's going through it.
Megan brought it upon herself. Whatever.
What?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna.
You Megan Thee Stallion hater?
Oh.
She
No.
is, and that's why I don't like her.
Okay.
I'm
Wanna
gonna
pause it right now
period.
for like more margaritas?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, pause.
Alright, let's pause it. Okay, stop. Hey guys, we're back. Go ahead.
No, yeah, they're just her and
Cody.
Lotto.
Nicki Minaj and Lotto are going at it.
Yeah, and then Megan Thee Stallion got brought into it.
Oh really?
I haven't seen like the full deets on it and what like they're kind of saying back and forth, but yeah, it's so weird. And somebody on Twitter was like, I like Nicki Minaj, I like her music, so Nicki stans do not come, Barbs do not come for me or this podcast. But someone on Twitter was like, Nicki's had beef with Mariah Carey, Cardi B,
Oh, yeah.
obviously Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, and
Okay, Mariah Carey.
Make a list.
yeah,
Because of
Taylor
the show?
Swift, Miley Cyrus. It's like at what point is it gonna be Nicki's fault? Because how is she like getting into so much beef with all of like these women in the music industry?
Now calm down. Could
What?
that just be?
No, bitch, I wasn't saying that. Don't tell me to
No,
calm
I
down.
know.
It's just
But
regurgitating what I
could
read.
that be what they're trying to make her seem like the mad black woman? Could it be that that's what they're trying to do?
They're not just putting her up against two white women. The rest are also other black women
This
in the
beef?
music industry.
Shouldn't have been beat.
What did they say? I didn't see. I didn't read.
So-
what was that?
Nicki Minaj was once again mad at the fact that she feels like the Grammys are snubbing her.
Oh.
Because they moved her song from rap to pop. And she's saying, all I do in this song,
At the frequent.
Freaky Girl or something like that. She doesn't sing in that song. She raps throughout the whole song. There's no singing. So why is it that she's being moved from rap into song?
Because it's a popular song.
No.
Oh.
They're doing that so that Lotto can stay in a oh, you don't know who Lotto is? She's this what is that girl?
She's just a new rapper.
No, she and that song that she has on Twitter
About a rapper.
you know who she is when she comes out.
Right.
So the whole thing is that this beef with the Grammys goes back to when I believe Whitney Houston had just died. So they told her, hey, maybe you shouldn't do your whole spectacular, like her whole spectacular or her show where she's kind of dressed as a pope or someone's dressed as a pope. So they didn't want her to come out and do this anymore. And she's like, no, I already practiced. There are commercials and everything of me performing in the Grammys. So I'm going to do it. So afterwards, after she's done it, they're like, what does she have against the Catholic Church, this and that? And she said, the Grammys knew that I was going to come out here and sing. So, and now she's like, all right, well, can y'all, so the dude from the Grammys was like, can you guys please tell Nicki to stop speculating and to stop talking about the Grammys? And she's like, well, why? I need to come out here and explain myself because they're making it seem like I have something against Catholics and blah, blah, blah. And so since then, she's been moved around, and they're doing it because it's going to make it easier for Lotto to win this record. The Grammys, or a lot of people don't really like the fact that Nicki Minaj does not have a 360 deal.
Wait, Grammys or VMAs?
Grammys.
Oh, okay.
Fuck the VMAs.
Well, because the VMAs are coming up. That's what I'm asking.
I know. Or maybe it's Anyways, whether it's a VMAs or Grammys, whatever. So basically, let's say Lotto wins this award. That means it's gonna be harder to get Lotto on any song. That means that she's gonna be able to charge more money because she's a Grammy Award winner. So she's like, no. What was it? I think before this, it was a Hotline Bling. He don't rap in that song.
Yeah.
He doesn't rap, but it was in the rap category. So she's saying, okay, well, if both Lotto's song and my song are put in the pop, I get it. But because I'm all about making things even. But they're keeping her. Ruby, Lotto sings that song that's like it samples Mariah Carey's song. Yeah.
Oh, her. Okay, now I know the artist that did Mariah Carey's.
Yeah.
background music. Okay.
So that's basically her beef. That she's like, hey. So her beef, Nicki Minaj coming out to say that she's like they're mad at me because I don't have a 360 deal, so they can't really make a lot of money off of me. She gets to keep more of her money. So they're trying to kind of make it. They're trying to give this girl the opportunity of winning a Grammy. Now Lotto was like, I love this woman. I've stayed. She's like, I waited in line to get her album, her Pink album. I had my Barbie necklace. And she's always been a fan. But she's like, there really is no necessity for you to come out and involve me in your drama. And she's like, and I guess there was some conversation back and forth through text. And someone leaked the text, this and that. But at some point, Lotto says some shit like, this is a woman who's literally older than my mom. And she's out here creating drama.
Well, that means Lotto's fed up. Why did Nicki bring her up? If anything, she has to bring it up with her. No, a lot of awards, like Nicki Minaj is right.
Nicki Minaj is trying to make a point.
No, yeah, the Grammys and all of like the VMAs, anything like that, any Academy Award winning shit, they do like snub like artists and everything from that. So I get why she's frustrated, but again, why are you coming sideways at these small, like? But
she isn't. She just put hella people in her new song.
She did a song with Megan.
Lotto. New artists. Right, hella new artists are in one of Nicki Minaj's new songs. She's sampling all of them, and it's still not enough of these motherfuckers. Huh?
Don't repeat that, JJ.
Huh?
Motherfucker.
Do you say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes in English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you stinky ass.
Damn, that's some drama.
Shit, you didn't know about that drama.
No, I didn't know about that.
I stay on top of my shit.
Damn. Jesus.
Anyways, I mean, Megan is also not really in her best space because she technically has not ended that whole case of.
Oh yeah, when she got shot in the foot or something.
Yeah. So that's
and now
still
she's
inactive.
dealing with the robbery that happened this week.
I didn't know about that robbery.
She got shot in the foot. What the hell?
You didn't know about that?
Bitch.
Yeah, she got shot.
Are you a dumbass?
Are you a dumbass?
No,
You didn't know she got shot in the foot?
When did she get shot?
Like last year or 2 years ago?
No, I didn't
A
know.
while ago.
She got. Ay, Diosito.
Pues bájalo.
No, I'm like, help me with Ruby here.
Oh.
She got shot on both of her feet by what's his name?
Just one foot.
I thought it was both because she came out limping for both.
Just one.
Wow.
By here,
Tory.
Can't limp.
Tory Lanez. Yeah.
He shot her in the foot.
So supposedly Tory Lanez and her and a friend were in a car and they all kind of got mad at each other. Who knows what happened in this car? Long story short, the cops were called because they kind of heard like a shot or something. Shots were fired, and Megan comes out limping from inside the car, and supposedly he had shot. So Megan says that this guy literally shot.
At first, she like was trying to defend him or like kind of have his back a little bit because obviously he had a gun, and I'm pretty sure it was illegal. What rapper's carrying a gun that's legal?
And he ain't even from the United States. He's from Canada.
Oh.
So she like was trying her best like to like have his back in some way, but he like was coming at her hella sideways and all this bullshit, and she was like, "Yo, like I was dead ass like trying to be your friend and shit, but now you're just being an asshole.
This happened after a Kylie Jenner's party. It was like a big thing, dude. It's been a big thing.
I
Ow!
don't know nothing.
Knee on the boob.
Yeah, so she's
very
still,
uncultured lately.
and she still kind of deals with that a bit. So, anyways, what else?
She's still limp. Is that my question?
Oh my god.
Her butt has healed.
Jesus.
She can't even have big feet after that.
Huh? She can't even what?
Have big feet after that.
No big feet. Jesus Christ. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
Have you guys seen the Dahmer movie? Or
Oh,
Serious? No, not yet. No. It's gonna be a long. It's probably gonna be a couple of years that I won't watch that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not really into that killer stuff, but I mean, here's like, it's like the second most popular thing.
Dahmer, go for it.
Okay, so
Dahmer.
I was hearing a radio station. I think it was the Breakfast Club. They were talking about Dahmer and about how since this is public knowledge and it's a public case, the producers or anybody who creates anything does not have to ask the families about it. So this show came out and they found out about it the same way that everybody else found out about it.
Yeah.
And of course it's like you guys, every time there's a new movie or a new show or something like that about it, it opens up the wound. And if you look on Netflix, there is another movie, Hulu called something like My Friend Dahmer. That one, I guess, focuses more on the high school years. This one gives you the full story from when the mom was pregnant with him.
Wow.
The mom's pregnant with him. She's taking a shitload of pills for different things. She's not really mentally stable. To him growing up, his daddy abandoning them, him going through school. At some point, when they separate, they both kind of go their way. But the kid's left alone in their house for a hot minute, and no one finds out that he's there alone. And so
he raised himself.
He's kind of raising himself. He's drinking a lot. And then I think he's living with his grandma at some point, stuff like that. And it's nothing too graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Literal graphic where you're like, I can't look at that. It's more like what you're imagining in your head after seeing something. Like, for example, there is a part where he does drill a hole into a 14-year-old's
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
head, brain, and then pours something into it to kind of mummify him, but keep him alive. And oh my god, it's so sad how this kid manages to get out, but then the cops find him. The Dahmer's neighbor find him, and they're like, "Hey, let's call the cops." The cops come, and then Dahmer's like, "That's just my boyfriend. He's just drunk." They're, oh, how old is he? He's 19. And so the cops are all like, eventually the cops later on in the episode, you find out that nothing happens to the cops. They're all praising them, which is fucked up. It's sad. It's sad. I was telling Maria, I didn't know about Dahmer before this, so it's really interesting to me. Like, how would I have found out about it? This isn't something that really is covered in school, and besides that, it's not something that really sparks my interest. Like these type of
if you're into
topics.
like murders and all that shit. You know how like there's murder podcasts, you would like know he's like one of the top serial killers.
So I didn't know.
What did I say? Serial killers.
Yeah. So I didn't know, but I didn't even know what had happened to him. What eventually happens to him.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know?
Because I don't know anything.
Can I tell you?
I know nothing about this.
Okay, well obviously he's a piece of shit guy. He ends up going to jail. He ends up getting caught. And in jail there is another
Inmate?
guy, huh?
Inmate.
There's another inmate in there, and he's kind of like he's aware that Jeffrey Dahmer has killed a lot of black people, or a lot of black younger guys. So this guy, he's also black, the inmate, and he's aware of this, and he's like, "You're a piece of shit," and he knows too. So he ends up kind of like pretty much killing him in jail, and he like very graphic, trigger warning. he ends up beating him with like some type of like weight, like what are those called? Bench press, right? And he beats his head in
To death.
which, I mean, personally, I think he should have been tortured a little more. But you know what? He felt it for sure.
That's
And he
what
also that other guy, the inmate that killed Dahmer, also killed another guy that was, I think, openly very like white supremacist, and also killed his wife. So he killed him first, and then he killed Dahmer.
Did they show that in the show?
They do. I was surprised they did. I didn't think it was gonna be. I even told Jessica, I'm like, Jessica, don't watch this shit.
Yeah,
I
she
don't want
told me
you
a
to watch
couple
it.
times not to watch it. Yeah, the whole show is kind of, I don't know, maybe it's not what you want to watch, but when I saw the ending, when I saw how he dies, I shed a few tears, but it wasn't because I was sad for the guy. It was more of like, you want to see vengeance happen. You want to see this man like
Die.
suffer the way
Well,
that
suffer.
he
I don't
made
like the
these
word, yeah.
people suffer. And when you see that, it's like, and he the guy in the show actually says it, an ends to a mean. A means to an end. Yeah, like finally this person who doesn't seem to have any fucking remorse over what he did. Granted, he did want the death penalty, but in the state he was in, they did not have the death penalty. So the reason, this dude, I guess he must have been gay or something. They never really truly say it. I don't think he really says it, but he's gay. You can say he's gay. And he lives in a very underprivileged community. And back in those times, cops don't really give a fuck about communities like that. So it's easier for him to live in these kind of communities and target the African American community. No one's gonna take serious. So all of his victims, except for like one, they're all colored men.
Oh, yeah.
They're all men.
Two, no.
Men of color.
Men of color. Anyways, the one thing there's just shit that is like, this guy has been like, I don't know, the cops, like, there's something wrong there. Because the neighbor.
What year did it? It's in the 80s or?
It was the 80s, right? Isn't it?
Early 90s,
80s.
late 80s.
Yeah. Between like the 80s.
When did he die?
That time.
Oh, really?
So the neighbor kind of shares an apartment, like they're neighbors obviously, and through the vent she can smell the death. She can smell the decaying body. So this guy would eat people's.
He was a cannibal.
Yeah, he would eat their shit.
Not their shit.
No.
He would eat. He was a cannibal.
He would abuse the bodies after they had
There goes the pizza balls.
passed. And they did find a lot of.
Sexually abuse them?
He would sexually abuse them
First and then-
afterwards.
So he's a cannibal, and what's that other word?
Yeah, for people. Yeah.
Wow.
He
Why?
Yeah, so
Let me get short of this.
Mentally ill.
the dad
It's
throughout
just
the
as
whole show is like, I'm
stupid.
sorry that I failed you type of thing. So they would find like roadkill, and then they would dissect it and shit like that, and the mom's like, you did this to him, you would blah 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 blah. And the guy said that at some point while his dad was kind of like killing some of the animals, or not killing them animals, but like
Dissecting.
yeah, that at some point he kind of like liked part of it. So he would like to it wasn't that he wanted to kill the person. It was more he had these urges and these needs of needing to feel like the insides, like what came with it. And the only way that you can kind of like do this is by killing a person.
So the dad would kill animals? Hold on.
No, they just had roadkill. They would find like dead animals.
And they'd eat it.
No, not eat. They would just kind of like pick them up, and they would what do you call it when you like?
Dissect it.
No. But when you would stuff dead animals and
Oh, stuffed animal, taxidermy?
yeah, that. I think they would try to do shit like that. That guy was just not right. And
Dad. So that was a dad. So who were the abusive ones? The mom and the dad, or?
Both of them mentally abusive.
Oh.
I think both of them.
But that didn't make you feel sorry for him. It just like you just felt happy towards the end that.
Oh
when he
yeah,
died,
yeah. I think it's
for
like
the families that he tortured.
it's like so many unfair things happened.
Mm-hmm.
So many unfair things.
Happy. That's
The
so
neighbor, it's like, it's so sad. Like, the neighbor knew and told and called the cops multiple times and was telling the owner of the apartments, that shit smells. I'm hearing a lot of noises at night. People are dying. She's calling the cops. I can hear someone's being killed next door. No one is listening to her.
Oh, and the reason they never really came was because the cops knew the kind of community it was, right?
Not only that, but it's like, oh my god, it's this woman again. Kind of like calling over
So what
the same
happened?
shit.
So what happened the first? Like, I wonder what happened the first time that she called. Like, wouldn't you
Nothing.
flee the scene?
No.
Flee
She
to
just
the scene.
she kind of stayed there. It was, you gotta remember, it's different times, you know, like she just felt like, she also felt like she kind of failed all these people because she kept hearing shit, but it's like, what do you do, you know?
You can't, like, if you involve yourself.
I
Okay,
know.
so whatever happened to her, and like, and did he ever go after her? And
No.
the family?
I didn't even think
Okay.
I knew about it.
They show a scene where he like, she did say like, hey, y'all either kick him out or I'm gonna report blah blah blah. And so the apartment complex, what do you call him?
Manager.
Yeah, the manager says, hey, you gotta go, man. And so
Landlord?
the landlord, Dahmer comes and talks to the woman and it's like, hey, kind of take back what you said. Take back what you said, because I don't want to leave this apartment. And she feels kind of like I don't know, like maybe he is gonna do something, but he never does anything towards her. It was that. It was
So, but his target was always
men,
men,
African American men, men of color. Like it was just the under.
Yeah.
What is it called? The under. I was gonna say populated, but.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know. I mean, I never knew this. I've always heard the name, but I never knew the story.
There was another guy who he was deaf and he
Like
like
he killed. Also?
yeah him too, and it's so sad because the mom, you know, when so the boy, I think something must have happened to him, like he got sick or something when the kid was younger, and the medicine that they used was so strong that it pretty much he was deaf after that, and so they learned sign language. So obviously this is the son that you cater to the most. That's your baby because you have to take care of them, and he wanted to be a model, and so he's trying to find someone to love, not just, you know, like someone to mess around with, but some actually find love. He's just there eating. So he ends up they kind of almost develop some type of relationship, but eventually he also kills him.
Oh, this is the guy that they show on, like, the previews, right? Like, oh, like he's opening like the fridge, and he's in there. Oh,
Yeah.
He ends up killing him too. Why though? Oh well, he's crazy. Good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Crazy.
It's like they all leave, and that's what he thinks, like they all leave and then never come back. It wasn't until
Where does it like click in his head that I'm gonna kill this person?
What do you mean?
the way he said it, it's like, it's not that I wanted to kill these people, it's a means to an end.
That's gonna happen no matter what.
That's not what he enjoyed.
The killing. He didn't enjoy that part.
No, it's not. I think if he could do what he did without having to kill someone, he would have been okay with it, I think. But he knows that the only way that he can do what he do, like that fetish that he has, is by killing a person and having the body. At some point, he also tried to dig up a person's body, but it was hard to do that.
And do what though?
Guys, if you listen to
Do
this
what he was
podcast and you're
doing.
grossed out, I'm sorry.
Do what he was
I did
doing.
not know it was gonna get this dark.
Yeah.
What you mean? Do what he was doing.
So instead of utilizing a live person, if he was able to do that, it might have been a little bit easier for him. Yeah, when I was watching the ending and
Money, I have cranberry juice.
that guy killing him. So at the beginning, no one knows. No one knows what Dahmer has done, but eventually they all start to find out. When that guy finds out what he has done, he just like cannot believe. He's like, this guy almost feels like he's like a sender, like an angel from God. He was sent there to take care of Dahmer. And so, Yeah, when he's hitting him, it's like it's finally over. I was like, yeah, and I almost feel like maybe the dad was also happy that it finally happened. Now he can't hurt anybody. And even in jail, he just didn't really seem to get the point.
He claimed that he was
Saved, yeah.
by God, but
Yeah.
he was, I think he was clearly a manipulator because he knew how to swoon these men that he was going to kill. So he knew what he was saying, he knew what he was doing. I think Evan Peters did a really good job kind of like playing that like, no, I've changed, like just doing all this. He did a really good job.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kudos to the actor. Like,
He
damn.
plays, I think, American Horror Story, because that's where he kind of like is most famous for.
Oh really?
He
No,
plays-
I would say X-Men.
Yeah, he was from X-Men.
No,
He showed
American
up in
Horror Story.
WandaVision
But
too.
X-Men came in first.
No, it didn't.
No?
American Horror. Oh, X-Men was
I know
made
from
first,
X-Men.
but American Horror Stories, he popped out on there
I
first.
didn't even know that.
He was there, and
Wow.
he's been on I think every single season. So a lot of people know him from there. Also X-Men and every so on, but
But I don't like
he plays a lot of like
weird characters.
yeah, like scary-ish, like
I wonder
Type of
how
character.
much this effing character, playing this character, affected him. Like,
Oh God, please don't go.
he
Heath
talks
Ledger.
about it. He said it was really hard and it took a big toll on him. But there was like there's always like when someone's playing a big like scary role that they have to like pretty much like what is it called when you kind of
I know what you mean, but I don't know the term.
okay yeah well kind of like not improv
Method acting.
There you go, method. He like I think he said he needed to do that with this one. So he really needed to get into character, obviously. And they had like just a lot of like not therapists, but usually on sets like that they have somebody to kind of talk you through it, like to make sure
Don't they
that
do that?
and
That's
snap
good.
you out of it.
Don't they do that with rape scenes?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
And sex scenes. They
Yeah.
have like coaches. That's kind of like lead you
After the scene ends, they have like a some type of like therapist or something. What I also did not like, I totally feel for the families because after this motherfucker passed, or like after he was in jail, he kept getting a lot of fan mail.
Disgusting.
A lot of fan
God.
mail.
disgusting.
People loved
You
him.
know, happened to the Zodiac Killer too. isn't
All
it?
To
of
all
the
of them,
shit.
right?
All of them.
All of the shit that was in his apartment, people were trying to get it. This is memorabilia, so people were trying to get all this. They were trying to auction it off and shit like that. So this guy, I don't know who this man was. He purchased everything. He purchased everything.
Sick, they should look him up.
No, cállate. Todavía no. He purchased everything and he destroyed it all.
Oh, good. Okay.
So he said, I don't give a fuck how much it is. I'll triple it or some shit like that. I'll give you 3 times more. So he buys everything, he destroys it, and with that money, like the whatever was sold, I mean whatever money was made from it, they give them to the families.
Wow.
Also, they were trying to like, I guess some of the families were trying to like sue. Oh, the 14-year-old boy, his family was trying to sue the city because obviously the cops didn't do much, and they said that they were gonna sue for like $10 million. They didn't even get like, I don't know, $500,000.
Wow.
A lot of them really come on, it's so sad. What's
Just knowing that a loved one died in such a gruesome way.
yeah.
And the way nothing was done about it.
So disturbing.
It's belittled. It's belittled a lot.
It's very triggering, traumatizing.
Wow.
It's known.
People think, oh, yeah, someone died, and they're trying to make like memorabilia, and they're trying to like, oh, people will be like, can you sign this for me? And they would send him money and shit like that. And so he's like, oh, people like me now. But for him, there's something isn't there. I get it. I totally get that the families are like, yet again, we have to deal with another show. But I think the story needs to be remembered.
No, that's true because I didn't know any of this shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this.
To
I'm
teach
like,
a
wow.
lesson or for what? What do you mean?
To remember that these things can happen. To learn from it, because there's, I mean, come on, you know
Basically to learn from it. Yeah.
you know the thing, you know the whole thing of okay, what is Kim Kardashian? What is
more
Kim?
importantly, mourn The
Yeah.
lies.
What
Yeah,
is Kim Kardashian trying to do with this man that was incarcerated, who probably didn't even do it? Whenever we say, oh, that show couldn't have, like, would have been canceled nowadays, it's that type of thing. You know, like, we have to make sure that we're growing away from it. But come on, even now, weren't you guys talking about that supposed killer in, what was it, in Fresno or Stockton? Yeah, that shit can happen again, and it's happening to Latino man. Isn't he after Latino men and shit like that?
It's a majority.
Yeah. So
No, they all have. I think except for one.
Except for one.
so shit like
Majority,
that,
yeah.
like it happens. I think it's like something to be done about it. The injustice that used to happen, could it have been done in a different manner? Yes, but out of respect, I think I don't know. I mean, they could
The
have.
thing is, people are doing shit like this to get money. This obviously got a lot of views. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
like
they
their
did
number
it for
two.
money. They didn't
Of course.
do it, to remember them. They did it for money.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Yeah.
know for a fact hurts the families, that their poor
Yeah.
family member is being showcased for the world to see, so someone can get a couple or $100 million. I don't know how the fuck much they make, but
Millions
it's
of
just,
dollars.
exactly. It's very.
Damn. No, yeah, I'd be pissed.
Are you kidding me? I think
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
rage.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fact that they can't really do anything hurts even more.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Well-
talk about Halloween, buzz, huh? We can talk about
Huh?
Halloween, that we watched, how we watched the latest Halloween movie.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you guys
Well,
watched
I-
Yeah, we watched that.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. That was a harsh
But-
transition to those families.
No, yeah.
Don't really
so,
know how
yeah.
to transition that to them.
Yeah, no, it is hard to think about. No, because I actually, I mean, as much as I want to talk about Halloween, I want to get a little more into reality. Where a couple cases happened this week. The Parkland shooter and kid, I'm not gonna say his name. You can look him up. Shot up 19 kids back in 2018 in Florida, and shot a bunch of kids in high school. He finally got sentenced to life. A lot of parents were disappointed though, because in Florida that's where the death penalty is allowed,
Oh,
and he should have got the death penalty.
he's white, isn't
And
he?
he
white,
was
yeah.
he was in that was like
And it was a premeditated attack. That, you know, they got tons of information of what he was planning on doing days beforehand, and it's still, you know, they still try to make it seem like that he had a poor childhood. So everything you were describing with Dahmer,
Yeah.
something almost like that. And that's why I was asking, like, did you feel sorry for Dahmer, or the fact that the family got justice? And so that's where it's
Yeah.
like the family right now. At one point, there was a mom that, like, tons of the family members are pissed off at the jurors for making him sentenced to life. Of course, not with no parole at all, but still, this guy should have just gotten death penalty, because he already got everything, you know, like he was already premeditated on killing all these students, and he showed the families everything. And at one point, like, the mom's like, you know what, he's gonna get what's coming to him in jail then, you know. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, completely. I was like,
High
oh
school?
shit, it was a high school. Yeah, I didn't even know about it until my boss like told me about it. I was like, oh shit, that happened.
See,
And-
the fact that
Yeah.
I don't even know about this shit. How
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
it fucking is.
Sorry guys if we're going a little bit dark here, but yeah, this has to be talked about a little bit. There's also, yeah. So I mean, if you want to say, yeah, there was justice that the families, you know, they got their justice where the guy's gonna get life in prison, but like they wanted a little bit more. Like this kid took away their sons and daughters, and it's just like, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to say this again. Another school shooting that already happened years ago was probably one of the most devastating
Wait,
ones.
sorry. He killed his grandma first, didn't he?
Not that one.
Oh, no.
No.
I remember.
Not that one.
Oh.
No. See, we're losing track of how
That
many school
was
shootings that happened.
the one in Texas. That was
Uvalde.
this year.
It starts with
Yeah,
U.
Uvalde.
Uvalde. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So this one was years ago.
Oh, and I don't think the grandma died. I think she was like
Yeah.
severe
Sorry.
condition.
Sorry to
but-
drop.
Yeah.
But this was in 2018. This was like that long ago.
Yeah. This took a while.
Court cases, like in general, they take a long time.
Yeah, they do.
So.
To finally get the sentencing. Anyways, I'm moving on to another court case, which you could say it's a bittersweet happy ending, where this is about the case of Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
You
I
know about the
remember
children?
that.
Yeah. So the guy named Alex Jones, if you guys don't know, he's a big ass, well, he actually is a big ass conspiracy theorist who literally just makes a conspiracy out of his ass. One of the worst things he's ever came up with is that saying that the shooting of Sandy Hook of all these children was a hoax. It got to the point where he has tons of followers. those followers started harassing the families and the first responders of that school and the kids that died, that passed away, and they were just attacking, phone calling, sending death threats to these family members that they've already lost their children, and saying it was a hoax. Like, why did you make this up? This is all a fake news media type of thing. And it got to a point where and after a year, the shooting, let me remind you, is in 2012. So they've been dealing with this since then. And so finally, Alex Jones was put on trial, which is probably one of the most dumbest.
Right, that's
probably one of the most dumbest trials, because at one point the Alex Jones' lawyers accidentally leaked his text messages to the other jurors and the other lawyer, so they read everything, which contradict everything he ever said on the podium, and justice was brought to them where like he owes the family members $1 billion, almost $1 billion. Each parent of the family, gets a portion of a certain type of million. But obviously, you can see the family members on their face where it's like they just want their child back. That's all they ever want, and to be left alone.
Never see that money.
Yeah. As like I mean, of course, this is like the most I've ever heard of someone giving them money, But I'm like, at the end of it, they want their child back, or just to be left alone. Exactly. And to grieve, and still grieve after all these years. Like, I couldn't imagine that they were being harassed for something like this. But I mean, somewhat justice was given, where the fact that this fool, you need to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Justice for that.
And he was still ranting on, saying, "Oh, this is still fake, or whatever like that." I was like, dude, now you owe $1 billion, and so it's like, fuck you.
That's
dude.
what happens when you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Those idiots that think
you're
flat.
Sorry guys. Yeah, we had to go a little bit darker, but yeah, I wanted to bring that up because that all happened this week, and it's just like
erase the Halloween. Part.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but
not okay. Canceled.
There is one other person I want to bring up, Mr. West. Mr. West, if you don't know who he is, Kanye West I'm talking about. This whole situation happened where he started wearing a shirt called White Lives Matter. And it stirred up a whole big controversy to the point where he was on what's that guy's name? Some
ABC.
Republican reporter or whatever like that. He was on there and talking and stuff, right, and it got to the point where he was just like, Kanye West put out a Twitter saying he was gonna go DEFCON 3 on Jews, and I forgot the particular reason why, but like. He was saying something like they were trying to control the media or something like that. He was talking about something to P. Diddy. And then he said he was going to go DEFCON 3 on Jews. And to the point where a lot of who happen to be Jewish or actors and actresses came out and started saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, didn't our people suffer enough during the Holocaust? And it's like... And of course, Twitter shut him down. I think Instagram, he's just banned for a minute. I don't know how long.
After the whole Pete Davidson thing, I stopped following him.
Yeah, and then right now I think Adidas is considering dropping him.
Do it.
That's what he wants.
They're considering. Yeah, so
that's what he fucking wants.
I mean, I'm gonna have Maria respond first because Maria, you're definitely a bigger fan than any of us were. I mean, you went to his concerts and stuff.
Well, Jessica also went, but
bitch, don't put me in this.
Oh. It's
Kanye who?
Kanye West was an idol of mine. I really liked his music. I liked what he stood for. But in the past handful of years, it's so sad. It kind of makes me emotional because I really looked up to this guy, and now he's just everything I'm completely against. The way he harassed his wife, made the way he's harassing groups of people,
outlandish.
Yeah, it's so disappointing, and it's J. Cole even said when he was don't ever meet your idols because of this and that, and I didn't even need to meet him, and I'm just like, wow, my idol's a piece of shit, and I cannot listen to his music. Was in his 1% Spotify said or whatever, but
me too.
Huh? Well, it sucks because I can't even listen to some of my absolute favorite songs of all time without thinking he's a terrible person. So it really hurts. It sucks. I feel bad for all of the, like, I almost want to say I'm sorry to all of the people that he's like hurting because it's so unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what he's going through. I hope he gets help. Good riddance.
The thing is, like, I don't think he needs help. Like,
I think he does because I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's spiraling at this point. I think he loves the negative attention he's getting.
Yeah, he's like,
and it's very sad.
He's like killing
And
all connections and everything.
You know, I never have been one to buy merchandise of artists because there have been, like, obviously, it always comes out that they're a terrible fucking person. But the one I thought I was going to be safe with, I bought Kanye West, like, merch. And I was like, I'm good, I'm safe, I love Kanye West, blah, blah, blah. You can't do anything, like, super crazy. You want it, you can buy it off of me.
Oh.
If anybody wants a Kanye West sweater, let me know. I will sell it to you because it was expensive.
Don't you have a couple?
I do. I have a couple. I have the My Life of Pablo shirt. It is either an XL or double XL for anybody that is curious. And the blue
sweater.
Oh yeah, hoodie.
You know that's more expensive. Girl.
Oh, it was very expensive. But
did you get that album with it too, or no?
No, it never. Oh no, it was a digital album, and I never even downloaded it. Either way, I mean, I have Spotify, so I didn't really care. I have that. I think is also either an XL or double XL. It is a nice hoodie. I will have to buy another hoodie like that elsewhere. Again, if you guys want to buy it, maybe I'll give you a package deal for both of them.
You can put it on Poshmark.
There you go. I'm gonna do that.
No, I mean, like, going back to the beginning, where Kanye West was very outspoken, where, like, back in 2004, he was on an award show, and it was for support for the Hurricane Katrina that just happened, and he went out and said George Bush doesn't care about black people. I was like, damn, that's pretty bold. I'm gonna, like, good for you, just speaking the truth, basically. But I mean, yeah, like, I you know, as people speak the truth, that's fine, but, like, what he's spilling now is just false shit. It's like, dude.
I can no longer try to understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
At
It's
this
like,
point,
you
it's
can't
like,
understand what
you're
the fuck
a
he's trying to
fucking
say.
disappointment.
Yeah. So I mean, like, the fact. From what I heard, I don't know much about it, but, like, I guess Justin Bieber and his wife were, like, really good friends with him back when he went to that mental breakdown when he just got divorced, and they went to his farm. They were there with him, hugging him, trying to support him. But then it got to a point after
please, they're ass kissers.
Well, probably, maybe, but
they are. Hailey Bieber and fucking Justin Bieber, they're fucking weird.
Hey, so tell me what the fuck is going on with Kendrick Lamar?
Why? What's going on?
What's that? Sorry, I was switching to the others.
Okay.
I'm looking. Just keep on going now. Sorry.
Anyways,
I'll look it up.
No, well, his Instagram is like 0 posts.
Oh, then he's probably gonna post something.
Is he being canceled? Because
why is he being canceled?
Hold on. Well, I don't know. Well, I had seen an IG BuzzFeed News, apparently saying Kanye, Kendrick, and Dave Chappelle are making disappointing choices lately.
Let's go back to the Kanye because I haven't given.
Okay, go for it.
Look. No. There's and you know what? Let me actually find a thing. I was listening to I do listen to The Breakfast Club a lot. That's already been said.
You don't know the answer, Sway. You don't know the answer.
That's not The Breakfast Club.
I know, right?
So in The Breakfast Club, there was an interview. They always interview a lot of different people, but I'm trying to find out. It wasn't that long ago that they interviewed this one dude, and I want to tell you guys his name. Give me 1 second. Oh, wow, I haven't listened to that one. He's a sports... Oh, here you go. Stephen A. Smith. Do you know who that is?
No.
This dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
So, okay.
I do know.
So, I think... I'm going to say, maybe I'm completely wrong here, but he was asked about Kanye, and he said, Kanye has always been the same. Kanye says straight up shit, but his delivery is what fucks him up. The way that he delivers his messages is what fucks him up. Now, one thing that Kanye did say in one of his last interviews was, how is it that I'm letting people know that my ex-wife isn't letting me see my kids. I'm telling people, y'all are all about black men and being good fathers and this and that and how you got to be in their lives. I'm trying to do that shit, and I'm trying to tell you guys that I cannot see my kids, that they're not letting me go to their birthday parties. And you guys don't give a shit. But as soon as I make some dumbass post or wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt, fuck Kanye. That is what rattles up people, but not the fact that a man is trying to see their children. That's why he does this shit.
Because that's every day.
Yes, but that's what he's
not...
trying to show people. Now, I am not for him with the anti-Semitic comments that he's been doing. That man is not right. If you want to put him in a pedestal for whatever he's done, go right ahead. But we cannot have fake idols. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's like, it's our own faults for putting people on pedestals. It's truly sad, and that's why I got a really fast glimpse of that when I thought, cool, I'm going to Kanye's concert. It's going to be some bomb-ass music. But this motherfucker used his totem pole to talk about Clinton. That's all he spoke about. He would start a song, and I was like, woo, this is the one. And it would cut off to start talking about how he did not like Clinton, and she said this, and blah, blah, blah. And he just wouldn't shut up. He ruined it. He really ruined the vibe. I had just, I'm just kidding. It was, I had puffed a little, no. It was going to be a good show, and he fucked it up with the comments he was making. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he is trying to get Adidas to finally get him out of whatever deal he's with. He wants to be able to... Wait, is Yeezy's Adidas or what?
I think...
I have no idea.
Sure.
But Yeezy's...
They're probably like... you know how like Lizzo is with... what's that? Partnered with that other... Yeah, Fabletics. Maybe it's something like that.
So yeah, Yeezy's is... Or wasn't it with Nike? Girl, I don't know.
It's not more like Adidas.
Yeezys are expensive, so I don't know about that shit. But basically what he's saying is that he is able to sell these shoes on his own for more money. He's able to get more money. These companies are just using him, so he wants to be able to sell them on his own. And it's true. Hella people love him. He can make these dumb comments, but they're going to come back. Mm-hmm. He's always going to come back, and he's going to make a comeback. But that's kind of my little spiel there. Mm-hmm. Can I still listen to the music? Yeah, I think so. I'm not at the, can I still listen to R. Kelly's music? No.
No.
God. Yeah, I think that's where the line is, where it's like until he physically does something to a person, then it's like I cannot stand, listen to that music anymore.
Yeah. He's not at R. Kelly level. He's not there yet for me. But also, I'm not aware of like all of the comments and shit that he says. I don't really pay much attention because I know that the guy is not fully there. Remember, he is what?
Bipolar.
He's bipolar,
among other things.
Yeah, and it's hard. You have to live such a structured life when you have any of these when you suffer of anything like this. If you have, whether you're bipolar, you're depressed, you have anxiety, the structure in a person's life is really what helps them. Does this man have structure? No, he doesn't. So he's an artist. No, he doesn't have that structure. So he's always gonna be a little haywire.
Yeah, that's like
Hey, my Christmas tree seems like it has something not the best.
Penis?
Penis.
Sorry guys, Jessica's showing a Christmas tree cookie and
she drew up
in Halloween, by the way.
Red
Yeah.
penis.
But yeah, that Jesus Christ, that was pretty dark. Yeah, but had to be said. No, because I mean, I'll double down on that. Like where Jamie Lee, just recently we watched a movie called Halloween Ends. Jamie Lee Curtis, recognized actress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was on a talk show, and it was on ABC News or something like that in New York or whatever. And the reporter asked her, "Oh, so what do you think of Kanye's comments and about news?" And she just she started started shedding tears, trying to hold back tears. She was like, I can't believe, said DEFCON 3 on Jews. Like, you know, that's where she's like,
Wait, who said
we, Kanye said that to Jamie Lee. He put on a Twitter, and then the reporter was asking her, how do you respond to that? And of course, she was like holding back tears. Like, how do you say something like that about Jewish people when it's in the history books that we suffered?
Yeah.
And
is she Jewish?
I guess so, because it got to her. Definitely got to her, and she's like, what the fuck? And I guess at one point she responded back on Twitter, maybe to Kanye, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, she did at one point. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, type of thing. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah. What am I trying to say? Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I love you.
I understand that. Yeah, he's probably he's always been like this and blah blah blah. He's always said these outrageous comments. You can be outspoken, all this bullshit, without having to bring up past traumas and just severely offend a group of people.
Your mother died. Your mother died.
My daddy died. You don't see me saying that bullshit.
But what I'm saying is, it's like,
go to therapy.
I'm sure
go to fucking therapy.
I'm sure you would find it very disrespectful. If someone said something about Donda. So why would you say this to people who had a lot of family members killed and feel the same way that you would feel about something like that? So it's like, come on, dude. It was actually because of that Kim and him were able to like really come together, because Kim understood what Kanye was going through when his mom died. You know, she had already gone through it with her dad. So it's like, why are you making comments about killing people when your mother died? You know the pain that it causes. You've been scarred for life in so many different ways by the death of someone that you love. So to make very anti-Semitic comments is what.
Yeah.
I see the way you're trying to compare it, but I can. It's also it is still very different, because it's a whole ass religion.
Yeah.
That you are offending like millions and billions of people
and
generations. It's a whole like
generations of trauma.
It is a whole like countries and cities and like group like that he is offending. It's different, but I see the analogy that you're going for, because he lost somebody. It hurts, and like just feeling that feeling that type of like severe hurt. You can try to relate to somebody.
JJ?
It's not
JJ?
exactly the same.
JJ?
You're gonna. Oh god.
JJ?
No.
Look.
What color is that?
Red. Yeah. I mean, I can get it if it was like one thing. Like a lot of celebrities have done it, where they do a post and the fucking next thing you know, they're apologizing for that post. But it's been a constant.
You can't
like, over
really
the last
apologize for this.
Oh, no. For something like this.
And no, he's not.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing. He doesn't. Anything
he's
says,
clearly
never.
already said he's against culture. And you know, I am also against cancel culture, because they do not like. What is it called? When you don't stick with the cancellation, like. There's like you guys just say, oh, you're canceled, like you're canceled because you did this, you said this dumb thing thousands of years ago, and you did this yesterday. Sometimes there is a difference for being canceled for being like sorry for my vulgarity, but fucking a cat or saying some dumb bullshit or this dumb comment that Kanye West said and all this shit. There's a difference from wanting to like air quotes cancel them and wanting to cancel like say I don't know just some dumb shit like for something small. I can't think of it right now, but
people
there's something out there y'all
small things.
Yeah, they do.
Wearing hoops.
Wearing brown
lip
liner.
Like that's they're saying, oh yeah, okay, well yeah, going off of that. People are trying to cancel Hailey Bieber. You know, you can't really cancel someone for that. You can
She don't care.
just kind of, I don't really know how you would kind of,
Girl, you lost me.
I know, I'm kind of going off tangent. But anyway, yeah, you're right, I'm going on that. Thank you for redirecting me. Anyways, But I forgot where I was going.
When tequila hits.
Sorry, my thoughts are just going everywhere. It's
Bow, bow,
late.
bow.
There you go.
It's 9:30.
Bitch, I'm just trying to make it up an excuse.
Anyway, guys, I'm a podcast there. Jade is getting wild. It's time for him to go to bed. Time for us to go to bed. You can tell Jessica's about to pass out soon.
I've been passed out since 7.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening to this. I know it got a little bit dark towards the end, but it had to be said. A lot of shit happened this week.
This is life. Life.
Oh,
bad shit
sorry,
going on.
I forgot about the best news this week. Donald Trump is getting subpoenaed, so he has to go to trial, and it's gonna be the best watching YouTube show I've ever
Yay!
seen.
Oh, they're gonna have it live?
Yep.
Nice.
Probably a good. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, wait.
Too
much.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like if you haven't watched like any of the YouTube stuff that's been happening, where it's like his own people in his own
I've
circle
seen that,
have
yeah.
come out and said what he did during that January 6th insurrection, and like it's basically the word is bonkers. It's crazy. Bonkers, guys.
Can you say bonkers?
Bonkers. But yeah, now finally we're gonna hear it from him, and so let's just see what he says, and I'm sure
Oh
it's
my
gonna be
God.
some funny bullshit excuses.
The
that he has
thing
to
is,
say.
like, this is more bullshit for, like, Trump supporters to just piggyback on. Like,
And-
he's right, he did this and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm already suspecting, like, a bunch of bullshit coming out and, like,
Yeah.
all these.
I love the fact that at one point a Republican lady that was part of a circle said, like, Republicans, this is not like years from now Donald Trump will be gone, but what you say will still be lingering. Like it still be here what you do to support him. And to the point where like people straight up
Sheva?
multiple witnesses said,
Sheva-
yeah,
Sheva-
I know I lost the election, but let's just keep going, making it look like we're still won. So anyways, it's gonna be a good trial, so I can't wait to watch that. So yeah, guys. Whenever you guys are in the car, out the car, wherever we are, thank you guys so much for listening to this.
good night,
And
morning.
good night, good morning. This is Alex signing off. Say your name.
JJ.
JJ.
Maria.
Jessica.
All
Say
right.
bye.
Say
Bye.
JJ.
JJ, say bye.
Bye.
He's
Oh,
waving,
his hand,
guys.
All right, guys.
Say
Later.
bye.
Bye.